What is up, guys? We are back with some Eldrazi Tron. This was a deck we used to play a lot back in the day, but it hasn't done much lately with all the Modern Horizon 2 changes and anything else that's really been going on. This is a list, unlike the traditional colorless Eldrazi Tron that Grinder Mateus recently did well with. So they claim it's really good, so I definitely want to try it. A typical list is colorless, no green, but today we're gonna try that green splash. Notably, this list is adding 2 Boseiju Who Endures, which is a super powerful card. It's the card everyone's been talking about. So this is the legendary land that adds green, comes in untapped, and we can destroy an artifact, enchantment, or non-basic land. So we can hit things that might mess with us, primarily Blood Moon or Damping Sphere. If we're in the mirror, we can hit another Tron land. I feel like that's what we're going to get most use out of it with. We have 2 forests, just in case we get Boseiju'd ourselves, and we can also use the forest to cast Sylvan Scrying, Bala Ged Recovery, and if we get like Ghost Corridor or Field of Ruin or something like that. This list differs from his in a few ways. We kept Cavern of Souls. There's a lot of control decks, and I definitely want at least 1 Cavern of Souls to get, just so we can cast these without any fear. We still have our 1 of Blast Zone, and then just the Tron package of Mine, Power Plant, Tower. One thing we're not running is Urza Saga. So some lists are running 1, some are running 2, but I think we don't really have enough artifacts to justify it. It's like an innately powerful card in itself, but I think we're fine not running 1. We maybe could run 1 because we're going to be bringing in some hate cards in the post board game, so it could actually help us out in some way. I'm trying to think if we could add Saga in here. We actually might just, I feel like maybe 1, right? Maybe we like take out, I'm gonna call it an audible here. So if we bring in 1 Saga, we'd have to take out a card, take out a land. I really don't want to cut Cavern. I mean, we could cut 1 forest. Let's try that. I don't know if that's greedy or not, but we'll see. So we'll try cutting 1 forest. We still have 2 Boseijus, which are forests. They don't get around Blood Moon, but hopefully it doesn't come to that. As for the main deck, we are running 2 Warping Whale. Warping Whale's been great. It hits all the 1 power toughness creatures, pretty prevalent in the meta right now with Ragavan and DRC. Sylvan Scrying to go get any land we need specifically in addition to an expedition map, so that helps us get Tron or Boseiju if we need to destroy a Blood Moon or anything like that. We have the normal Eldrazi package here with Forest Smasher, Thought-Knot Seer, and Matter Reshaper. Mateus's list was cut 2 Reshapers, but I shaved on a removal and something else for the extra, just to keep the 4 package. Reshaper is obviously not the greatest right now, but I still think it's strong in this deck. So this deck is running the Karn the Great Creator package, and we'll talk about the sideboard choices. It's running 1 All Is Dust for a nice board wipe, kind of restart the game, and Ugin to make everything cheaper. Eldrazi Tron is obviously a Chalice of the Void deck, the best Chalice of the Void deck in Modern, so we're definitely utilizing that. And we have 2 Walking Ballistas, and then our top end is Ulamog. Always need 1 top end, just because when you flood out, you're always happy to draw this. For our sideboard, we run Tormod's Crypt for Graveyard, Relics for Graveyard, Pig Needle, to name any Planeswalker activated ability, Coding, which pairs well with Karn, Torp Orb, which shuts off all the ETBs. We have Bridge just in case, Trinisphere for those low CMC decks, Worm Coil Engine for that life gain, and some decks just can't beat a Worm Coil Engine. Titan if we want to blow up lands, Kozilek for mill and control, and then we have Wilt for extra artifact hate. So that's just like a quick overview of Eldrazi Tron. I'm sure there's other videos that go into more detail, but that's pretty much it. So if you liked the video, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into the gameplay. All right, welcome to round 1. We are on the draw here. This is an interesting hand. We do have some early interaction. We have a Bala Ged, but we also have Temple. This hand is kind of meh. It has Temple. I think we'll try it. We'll start game 1. And we'll see how it goes. We do have Temple for that quick start, so anything we draw on top of that. They target themselves. They don't like what they see. So we can assume this is probably like Murktide or something like that. All right, Reshaper's a good draw. So we can lead on Temple because we know we're going to go Shaper in turn 2, most likely. Yeah, this is definitely Murktide. So hopefully they don't have a too quick of a start here. They could like dash Vagavan here. Yep. They had a power plant. We would have liked to seen that. All right, we can play out Shaper here. This does get Unholy Heated if they have it, and then Monkey can get in. But we don't mind if they heat that because we just get the draw card off of it. The problem is if they cast Murktide. Okay, so this is Jeskai. Oh, wow. Bounce Reshaper. Okay. So if we draw a Temple here, that would be sick. Oh, it's dust. So let's see. It's kind of like an awkward spot. We could play the... We're gonna play this tapped because we can play the Mine next turn and have Smasher available. It does our green source if we draw anything relevant. So most likely they have a removal spell for a Matter Reshaper and then they're gonna get in with Monkey. We just hope they don't hit anything. Alright, we'll block. Josh, another Smasher. So if they tap out here, another Monkey, okay. A map. They probably have a counterspell. I guess we don't really care if they use a counterspell on Matter Reshaper. Because we don't want to play Smasher, right? I mean, we might just jam a Smasher. Let's just play Shaper, and then we can always just Warping Wail the Monkey if they don't counter. Okay, so that's good. That's what we wanted to see. We could also alternatively play Map, but I'd rather get rid of the Monkey because that's going to get them a lot of treasure, and we can't really handle that. So hopefully they either tap out or something here. That's a good draw for them. Because we definitely want to play this Smasher. Think you could have put World Breaker? Yeah, I think Mateus was playing a one of World Breaker, I believe, but I'm not too fond of World Breaker. All right, well, this is annoying. This is awkward because we want to hit our land drops, but I also want to just like jam. So they could counter this, kind of tempos us out. Another counter spell, yeah. Again, we could have played Map and Sylvan Scrying, I guess, taking a turn off. That probably could have been a right choice. For Yavimaya, there's really no wiggle room with the lands here. I had a hard time trying to squeeze Saga in here, and we like greedily cut a forest for it. All right, let's. Maybe next turn though. I think it'll be worth it. I can also play Map here. So the reason we are not playing, they just have Archmage Charm. The reason we're not playing Ouroboros or Yavimaya is because of Boseiju. And we need basics. So unless we're running Swamp, But if they just Boseiju us, it's just a like straight Stone Rain. But before Boseiju, oh gosh, okay. Ah, man, that's gonna be annoying. And they have Archmage Charm up. So we get a power plant because they hit that before. A little late, but yeah, that was, we definitely used Yavimaya and Arborg in the past. Gonna heat this. Hopefully we can take a counter spell out of their hand. Prismatic Ending, that's so annoying. I mean, I guess we'll take a heat. Oh, that's funny. I guess they don't, wow, they really don't have Delirium there. Alright, so they have 2 Prismatic Endings. I was gonna say they can bounce that and draw a card. Get in for 8. Yeah, their hand is pretty stacked, and this is gonna be really hard to beat. Especially because we want to get bridge with Karn. But we're not gonna be able to land one. We're probably just gonna let's do this first. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think they're gonna counter this. Okay. We'll go get a tower here. And then see if All Is Dust lands. Unless they drew a counterspell. Nice. Okay, they did not. That's really good for us. Alright, so we know they have 2 Prismatic Endings, and we don't know what else. Not a counterspell, because they would have counterspelled that. Consider. Dragon's Raid Channeler. That's fine. Oh, Chalice, that's nice. Let's thought not seer here. Now they have an Holy Heat. Oh, Lightning Bolt. Okay. That's fine. Now they just have the 2 endings. So they can ending the Chalice. Probably just JM, right? Put this on 1. Like, they can ending this, but... So now they have to top deck something or they lose? Let's see what they draw. But not be... Oh, it's... Is that just the ending for Chalice? So they drew a 1 mana spell. Or they're just trying to... Alright, they put that in the grave. I don't know what they drew. It could be Unholy Heat. Another Thought Knots here. I mean, we're just going to attack and then we can always Karn for like Ballista or something. They put us to 1. That's funny. Awesome. Okay, well, That worked out well for us. Let's look at our sideboard. We have an easy Relic of Progenitus here. So it looks like just Blood Moon and maybe Fury. So we have the Boseijus covered with Blood Moon. Maybe we'll bring in the Wilt. We can take out, what do we want to take out here? Warping Well is great. Dismember is solid. Shaper is fine-ish. We can probably shave on 2 of those. It's good to get them out early, I guess, against Monkey, but that's about it. So if we want to bring in all 4, I think I like cutting Ugin. I think it's just like an expensive. It's really expensive, and it just gets counted pretty easily. That's a good idea. As much as like I love the upside of it, because if you land that, it's like insane. I want to keep Tor mods in the sideboard. I was thinking about cutting 1 Bala Ged. Yeah, it's like an easy cut. We're gonna keep Tor mods in the side for Karn because that's like an extra 4 sideboard graveyard hate, and we have none other in the main. So yeah, we'll cut 1 Bala Ged. We'll cut 1 Bala Ged, an Ugin, and 2 Metairie Shaper, and we'll bring in these 4. This hand we are not going to keep. Has no Eldrazi Temple, green source, any type of acceleration. This hand, however, is fantastic. So we'll keep this. What do we want to throw back? They are running Prismatic Ending, which hits Chalice, which is pretty annoying. Warping Well's good for... I think we're going to hit Throwback Smasher, actually. Because we have a lot of early interaction. This is not going to come down for a while. This is a on the play hand, like much better on the play. So and not seeing a turn 1 play by them is really good. All right. So that's really good for us. So we can get Tron. As long as they don't Prismatic Ending the map, which is an issue in this meta. Dragon's Rage Channeler. They're going to hit this. Yeah, okay. Well, them using that on our map, we can get Chalice down this time. So we could get Chalice down or Warping Will, but I think I want to get Chalice down. But it's definitely correct by them to ending that 100%. Let's just hope this lives. So now they have Charm up. Another Chalice. We're gonna make them Charm. Because we don't want them drawing cards. We don't care if they counter this. I mean, we do care, but they're definitely gonna... Yep. Also, we could try to Warping Whale this, which might have been better. But they can't cast anything. Alright, now they have another end. No, they don't have an ending. What's this? Alpine Moon? Countered. I guess they just want to give this flying. Okay. It's fine. We definitely need to draw some gas here, though. By them casting that means that they are that they're out of answers, and they're just trying to get in as fast as possible. So we're going to counter this iteration here that we know that they have. They could counterspell. No. They're just going to hold up counterspell. Let's see what we draw. The Wilt. Actually, we're going to cycle this now. In case we draw a land. We did. Okay. Not doing much for us. We still have 4 turns. Sylvan Scrying. I mean, we got a jam. Not doing much else. We could put Chalice on too. That kind of gets rid of our Sylvan Scryings though. So we assume that they had a... They binned a Murktide. Interesting. They must have one in hand. Yep. Let's see if they can not get rid of cards to get rid of Delirium. So our best draw here... Not sure. We're dead next turn if we don't draw something important here. Like All's Dust maybe? Dismember. Nah, that's not going to do it. Okay. Alright, let's get on the play this time. Alright, this is a great hand. We have Tron to start with, so we'll keep. We have All's Dust to clear the board. Can't complain about this hand. We don't really want them to play anything on turn 1. Obviously, they're going to play either Monkey or... Okay. I'm pretty sure they cut the Monkeys, because I feel like they understand that it's not... that they're not getting through. Let's play the map here. Play a mine. We might... Depending on what they do, we might map for... Cavern and do nothing else, because we don't want to jam any of our stuff into... Yeah, that's what we're going to do, because what if they counter this, it triggers that, and that's fine. I mean, I guess we'll play Karn, and then we'll get Cavern with the map. They're definitely going to counterspell this, which is fine. It's going to trigger that, but... They have 3 lands in the graveyard and an instant, so... Alright, so that's Archmage Charm. So we can go get Cavern and play Thought Knot, make them use Charm. And this is why I didn't want to cut Cavern from the list. It's just too good. So I'll play Thought Knots here. Take a look at their hand. They might not just do anything and keep Charm in hand with some other good cards they have. Alright, looks like they're going to draw 2. So we'll see what that means for their hand, because sometimes you might just not use this. So they kept it on top whenever they saw. Could be heat, yeah. Oh wow. They have 2 paths. That is pretty gross. So we could take Expressive. That's 3. And they do have a monkey too, which is interesting. So they can untap path, and that's why we're also playing a forest too. So we can, I think we take Iteration here, because if their hand is just full of removal, we don't really care. So their hand is path, path. So if we play Karn now, we could go get, we'd have to get something like huge, like probably Titan, to be honest. Titan would just wipe them out. So if they don't draw, if their next card isn't a counterspell, then we just Titan and win. All right. They hit that. We'll use the ability. We'll go get our forest. They're going to hit Karn here. So they're going to Unholy Heat Karn, attack Karn, kill Karn, play their land, and hold up maybe counterspell. I feel like that's a greedy keep on top if that's what they kept. Dash Ragavan. So they still have Counterspell Magic up. They're just not going to kill Karn. Or they'll do that. They can do that whenever they want, actually. Yeah, they can still do that whenever. If they don't hit anything crazy. Not that they can cast it, but they hit a temple. Okay, that's good for us. Alright, so they have to... Ooh. What could they have with 1 mana? There's nothing they can have for 1 mana, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. So we can hit... We gotta hit our forest, sadly. Wait, what? Done. Hey, Samuel, what's up? Alright, so we know they have Path for this. Unfortunately, we can't go get... Okay. But now we get to Ether Island. They have no lands. And we're just going to win this race. And let's see. Thought-Knot's here. Let's get in while we can here. Actually, let's cycle first. Bala Ged Recovery. We can't use it, so we'll just play it. Alright, so we're just going to start jamming with Smasher. They use both paths, so we don't know their hand anymore. Let's see what they get. A relic. That's not really good for them. Alright, we're just going to all his dust and make them concede, I guess. Actually, you know what? We can just do this. That's game. Easy. That's sick. Man, we got to Ulamog and Sundering Titan all in the same game. Alright, we are on the play. This hand looks good. Especially if we are up against Living End. So we'll see if they just force this or not. Okay, they didn't. Hopefully this isn't a cheese chalice. Oh, good, it is Living End. Because if they weren't Living End, it would be unfortunate. We're just gonna play this tapped and pass. Next turn we can Thought-Knots here. And we have Karn for graveyard stuff. So yeah, they're just gonna cycle a lot. I don't exactly know what they have main deck. This member's not the greatest. Let's see what they have in their hand here. They should cycle in response. Probably the whale. I don't know if they're still playing the whale. But they are running the turtle. I think the turtle can... And they have Boseiju also, so they're not, like, clean out of this. We definitely just want to keep drawing lands so that we can play... Like, next turn, if we draw a land, we can hit Smasher. Or we can always Karn downtick for... Depending on what we see, Karn downtick. I guess they're thinking... Well, no, they can't do anything with this. Let's see. Obviously, they have, like, a Shardless or an Outburst in hand. Alright, they do have the Sky Turtle. This is return target creature to its owner's hand. They can cycle this. I think we're going to take Sky Turtle here. We don't care if they cycle, but we don't want to lose tempo with the bouncing, I think. So we're going to take Sky Turtle, which it will give them another draw to cycle here. But if they bounce this, they get the draw anyway, and it loses our tempo. So I think Turtle's the right choice there. They do have a living in hand. Their hand kind of sucks. Their hand was good if not for Chalice, but... Alright, they cycle Curator. We just definitely want to draw that land. Yeah, we might just... We could just play it slow. And, alright, well, we didn't draw the land. That's unfortunate. Yeah, we do have the Dismember. And they can also... Oh, well, they can't cast, whatever. Cast this for 1 just to get more pressure down. We'll hold up Dismember if anything, and still waiting on that land. Alright, they drew Aven Mind Sensor for turn. So we know they have these 4 cards in hand, plus 2 randoms. They drew another Turtle. Flooded Strand. Steam Vents untapped. What did they draw? Okay, they're just card casting that. Put that in the graveyard. There you go, you called it. Come on, land. Ugh, Reshaper. Alright. I'll play another Thought Knot. Yeah, so they don't play Brazen Bar anymore. They actually only play Sky Turtle now. So we'll take the Riverwinder. Get him for 1. I think Brazen Bar is pretty insane. They only ran 2 originally, but now they just run 2 Sky Turtle, and we already saw both Sky Turtles. And a dead, interesting. Okay. So this is their hand right now. So if we draw a land, that's game. Okay, they're just going to play a blocker. All right, that's a... Okay. Nice. So in this matchup, obviously we're going to be bringing in Relic of Progenitus. Let's look at their sideboard. They are running 2 Force of Vigor, 2 Foundation Breaker, and 2 Subtlety. So I like bringing in the 2 Relics because we have Tormod's Crypt on the side. I don't think we need 2 graveyard things for Relic. Oh, you want Tormod's main? Yeah, Chalice on 0 will stop our Crypt, though. Unless we get, like, Chalice. So what did they bring in against us? I guess they bring in Subtlety. So Tormod's doesn't get rid of Leyland. I don't think they're bringing in Leyland. They're definitely going to be bringing in, like, Forces and Foundation Breakers, though. What don't we want? I mean, All Is Dust could be a nice reset. Yeah, I was thinking about Dismember. Warping Wail is great to counter Living End. I think Dismember is unnecessary. We could cut Ugin for like a Wormcoil Engine. Yeah, Ugin's really not that great. Hey, let's do this. Let's change the 6 for a 6 and do that. All right, this hand we're not going to keep. It's pretty meh. I think we'll keep this just because it has Chalice. Put back All Is Dust. We have Chalice. Obviously, they can answer Chalice with whatever. That's not great. That's super interesting. So we could play it before they draw like a Force of Negation, I guess. All right, they played the Boseiju. Interesting. We're going to play our Boseiju. We're going to play Relic. That's a great draw here. And then we're going to play Chalice for 0. So see if they want to cycle. They could have Force of Vigor. Yeah. Wow, they do, yep. So they have nothing in their Okay, now they can cycle and probably pop off next turn. I mean, if they have it, they have it. This is Living End. Yeah, I mean... So they have 3 creatures they're bringing back? Yeah, I mean, if they... 4 creatures. I mean, if they have it, they have it. 7. Yeah, I mean, Force is a hell of a card. So we'll play a Power Plant. Play Shaper. Yeah, we're gonna play Shaper. We're most likely dead, but we'll take like a turn or so. Especially because we know we bottomed all his dust. So we need to have to draw a tower plus 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah. I mean, we'll take one more turn. It's whatever. See, Sea Turtle doing it. But yeah, this is why Living End's such a good deck. Like, we had 2 hate and they just ripped it. Yeah, they were dead. We just need them to not have that, or we need to like Thought Not Seer or something like that. All right, this hand has no sideboard cards, has no payoffs, like any Eldrazi with our Temple, so we're gonna mull this. Yeah, I mean, Ensnaring Bridge is an option, but again, with their Force of Vigor and Foundation Breaker, it's pretty susceptible. God, we're gonna keep this. We have to keep this, and we're gonna throw back a Reshaper? I kind of want the maps. We'll start with a Relic and see. They could force this. Okay. This could be greedy. I mean, it has 2 really big payoffs, and yeah, we just need to draw some lands here. I think it's fine to keep because we have jeez. I think forces are fine. It's 2 for 1 and lets them exile. Yeah, I mean, we just got forced last game and it definitely hurt us. All right, so we can do that. They fetch and then just mill the Misty. Yeah. I guess we should have played the Chalice out. Yeah, we definitely should have played the Chalice out. I wasn't even thinking. Now they just get to... Yeah, I messed that up. I was just so annoyed about the lands. They would have given us time, but I fucked that up. Yeah. There's the Temple. Oy. That's pretty frustrating. Yeah, I mean, we could have kept up a mana to sack Relic instead of playing another Expedition map too, but we should have just played Chalice. That was just a punt. Now they can play their... I mean, they had the Foundation Breaker anyway. Oof. I think we have to just go get a land here. I don't even know what we can do to get out of this. So yeah, we would have lost anyway. They would have just played the Foundation Breaker, hit the Chalice. We would have had to keep that up and not advance our board. 6. That's Xaxes. I feel less bad about it, but they have an Ottawara too. All right, we just lose. Yeah, they kind of had everything to counter our stuff. Yeah, damn. So we definitely should have played the Chalice there. was annoyed about the lands and didn't think, but they had the Foundation Breaker anyway. Yeah, we could have held up Relic. They would have Foundation Breakered the Chalice, and then we could still hold up the Relic to exile. So we definitely would have, yeah. All right, welcome to round 3. This is a solid hand. I mean, it's a turn 2 Thought-Knots here. So we're definitely going to keep that. Until we get Thoughtseize, then it's not a turn. Okay. This deck. The new black-red hotness here. If that had been a Tron land, that would have been cool. We'll still turn 2 Thought-Knots here, though. But this is the like black-red prowess. Oh god. Alright. There goes our Thought-Knots here. Taking at least 3. Damn. This is generally a good matchup. Jeez, alright, well. Hopefully they are somewhat out of gas. We could get Blast Zone with this. But I'm not, I mean, that probably won't save us too much, we'll see. Oh, it's Scourge. Oh, it's this deck, okay. So take 1. Blast Zone's out now. Probably need to spike Tron, to be honest. Get a mine here. Okay. 8, 9. I mean, yeah, we're still dead. We drew. We did get the tower, but we have like way too many lands here. 8, 9, 10. They cast one more spell. Yeah. Damn. All right. Well, being on the draw against this deck is terrible, but being on the play, we'll see. There's really not much to bring in against this deck. It's just like black-red prowess with, I guess it's like I guess they're playing like Death Shadow and all that stuff. I don't know. I think we'll just run it back. Not really much we can bring in here. We just have to not. All right, this hand sucks. We just have to like not flood. It's 1 land. Chalice is nice. Chalice on 1 is solid here. Nah, this hand's terrible too. All right, we'll keep this. Not looking good. Gotta put 3 cards back. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, those hands were unkeepable, unfortunately. It also sucks mulling against a Thoughtseize deck. Okay, so this is... I guess we could have brought in relics for DRC here. But we didn't see... that. I guess we could have assumed if they're on red and black. It's like a weird... It could just be like Death Shadow with Scourges. Like Mardu. Dismember. So hopefully we get something good from this. Or Dismember, okay. Not the greatest. Death Shadow already. Yeah, it is just like Mardu Shadow. Which we can do okay against, but I feel like it's not in our favor. We can Sylvan Scrying here. Get a power plant. And I guess we'll... hit this now. We could get a Blast Zone. But we have this member, and if they play a Scourge, then Blast Zone is just useless. But we could also get a Blast Zone and then just Blast Zone that and then dismember the Scourge depending on how big it is. But it's already like out of dismember range. And they probably already have another Death Shadow. Yep, there's a Scourge. Five, 11, 12. Yeah, we're already dead. Gonna play with Karn, get bridge, and see if we can survive. We're like 99% dead unless they have absolutely nothing. If they have a fetch land, we lose. If they have a bolt, we lose. 12, 13, 14. Damn. Yeah, we just had... Our hands were just terrible that game. Alright, welcome to round 4. We're on the play here. Rough hand. Definitely have to mull this hand. This hand is a lot better. We have turn 3 Tron. We'll keep... Put a map on the bottom. And we're on the play, which is always nice. So we'll start with that, and we will pass. So hopefully, whatever we're up against is weak to Chalice. Windswept Heath. Yeah, Prismatic Ending could be a thing also. Which is really annoying. Could be Burn. Oh, it is Burn. Come on, land. Reality Smasher. Okay. So put Chalice on 1 here. Yeah, the Chalice keep is good. Always keep a Chalice in the dark. It's so good in this meta. There's like 0 for Cascade or 1 for any of the aggro decks. But hopefully they don't slam like a 2 here. But we're gonna go get a tower with this. We'll have 3 mana. Hopefully we draw something we can cast. But they also have a lot of 2 mana spells, so they could Rift Bolt. Like Rift Bolt's a 3 mana spell that gets around Chalice here. But they can't cast anything else. Another Chalice, okay. So unfortunately, we have to wait to cast that one. So we're going to take 3 here, go down to 13, go down to 11 with Goblin Guide here. We'll put Chalice on 2. I'm not going to dismember this, because that's just going to be 4 damage that we don't need. So hopefully they don't... Clifftop Retreat, interesting. So they didn't have a 2 mana spell, or they would have cast it. Another Mine, that's good for us. Alright, so we're going to put this on 2 here. We could Karn Trinisphere also. But I think... this on 2 just ends the game, right? Probably could have thought not at first, maybe. Let's see what they have. Yeah. That's game. Trinisphere also works for the most part, but I mean, eventually they play these 2 mountains and they can cast 2 mana spells. This is always like a nice sight, though. I'll never get tired of seeing this. Okay. So this matchup, let's see. We can board out Ulamog, can bring in Wormcoil. What does Burn usually bring in for us? Just like Smash the Smithereens? Like they'll bring in Deflecting Palm, maybe Path, Prismatic, Smash. I guess they have a decent amount of stuff. Yeah, I mean, all this doesn't go, but we need to bring in some stuff. We could just cut the Karn. I think we used to cut the Karn package, to be honest, and just bring in. I think Karn was too slow, and we would bring in this stuff. But I mean, I can just bring in I can just bring in everything that Karn gets, and because it's pretty expensive. We can bring in Walking Ballista, maybe a relic for a redraw. We have Warping Wails. I'm going to keep the Dismembers in. It does do a lot of damage to us. I don't know. We could, if we did keep Karn. Let's see. If we keep Karn here, Wilt does take care of Eidolon actually. Transfer there. If we bring in like a Wilt, take out an Ugin. I'll keep Karn in there. I can't remember. I know we used to board him out before because it does take 4 mana. Oh my god, this hand. Do we keep this for turn 3 Tron and just hope to draw something? We have Saga, so we can go like mine, map. They could ending it though, and then our hand's just garbage. We can't keep this. Like it has turn 3 Tron, but it doesn't have Chalice. It doesn't have. We'll keep this. Throwback. Because we gotta remember that they have Smash and Path. It's one of these two. I mean, Wilt. We don't have a green source for Wilt. I think we'll just throw back Wilt. We don't have the green source. It's kind of an awkward hand, but I think going to 5 isn't the greatest. We could go to 5 for try to get a look at Warping Wail, but we do have the Chalice for 1, even though it's going to be a turn 2 play. Hopefully they play like Goblin Guide and we can hit some lands off of it. Okay. Let's see what we see. An expedition map. Okay, I like that. So that could go get either a temple or another Tron piece. Another Goblin Guide. Maybe they hit double lands. Oh, they kept a 1-lander too. That's nice. They are going to be getting in for a lot. I don't think they're running Alpine Moon. I don't think Burn runs Alpine Moon. Bala Ged. That's not what we want to see. We got to play this Chalice on 1, right? They only have 1 land. And then next turn, maybe they hit lands for us. All right, they hit their second land. That sucks. That should come in untapped, yeah. Okay, now they can just do whatever they want here. We were hoping they'd break a little longer. Wilt, ugh, okay. Yeah, we're not winning this one. We've drew Bala Ged Recovery and Wilt. We could hold up that, but I want to get Chalice down on 1. I mean, their hand could just be all 1-drops. I mean, they're F6'd. We could get Temple here. Blast Zone. I don't. I think it's gonna be too slow. They're just gonna hit us here. Destructive Reverie? Wow. When's the last time you've seen this card? Yeah, so imagine if we got Blast Zone. So Blast Zone's sitting right here. Next turn we untap. We'd be dead. We'd hit Blast Zone and then we're just dead. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're dead. So as of now, these cards have just been terrible. Unless we've just been playing matchups to where they're just not good, but Bala Ged is just a tap land. I'm sure these are much better in grindier matchups, but we haven't really had any of those yet. So the reason we're not running Yavimaya, Jar Angelo actually asked about it, was because the land slots are like pretty tight, and we want a forest because of Boseiju. Because when we get destroyed, when one of our lands gets destroyed, we need to find something. Yeah, I mean, or with Void Mirror, we still have that forest. All right, this hand we can't keep. We will, however, keep this land. Keep. We have Wormcoil Engine too. That's pretty sick. I'm gonna put Bala Ged back. Oh, I almost... Wait. What the fuck? Oh my god, dude. Alright, well... Jesus Christ. I must have hit the wrong button or something. That just skipped through my entire turn. I must have hit 2 instead of 1. Alright, now we are... Alright, let's just use the mouse. Now we are a little behind here. Hopefully we don't get punished. God. Alright, so now instead of a turn 3 Wormcoil, it's going to be a turn 4 Wormcoil, and we're going to get, like, screwed. That sucks, man. Hopefully they just play, like, an Eidolon here. Oh, they're going to Prismatic Ending my map? That's sweet. That's really good for us. Rift Bolt, okay, that's really good for us. Then hopefully they hit more lands. Oh, we knew. Oh, another Wilt. Just so many Wilts. We got down to 13 here. 12, 11. 10, 9, 8. We might go down to 7 and just try to stabilize. That really sucks. We're going to cycle this at the end of turn. Alright, at least they don't have any creatures to play. Chalice. Draw the Chalice. So we drew Karn. I still think we play Wormcoil Engine. Obviously, we could Karn Trinisphere. What punishes? I don't think if we Karn Trinisphere, we're gonna take. Let's say we take 4 from Boros Charm here. I mean, they do have no, because they have Destructive Revelry. We're gonna play this out. We know that they have Destructive Revelry. So even if they hit this, they still have to deal with 2 more. But 100% if we play Karn Trinisphere, they Revelry it and just swing in. Alright, so there's the Boros Charm that we assumed they had. So they don't play anything. We're going to play Chalice on 2 here. Because all their stuff, all their like hate is 2 mana. They could Path this also, but no, they use their white mana, so they don't have Path. The Karn. Chalice for 1 plus Karn and Trinisphere. So I want to... If they have... I don't want to attack, because if they have Skullcrack and we attack, we lose. So I'm going to play this on 2. And if they have Skullcrack, they have to use it now. Trinisphere does counter that. So they have Destructive Revelry here. So if we... Yeah. Alright, so we knew they had that. We assumed. But yeah, so if they... I guess if we Karn Trinisphere, they can't Destructive Revelry. Yeah, okay. I like your... Okay. I like your play, Samuel. So that goes on 2, though, now. I think Samuel had the right call there, because if we play Karn... Well, no. If we go to play Trinisphere, they still Destructive Revelry that. But then we have a Karn with Trinisphere in play. And then they have to pay 3 mana for 1 mana spell. I'm not sure. Let's see. So they need 2. They haven't been playing 1 mana spells. So hopefully they don't have... Hopefully they like suspend Rift Bolts or something. But they can also play like Skewers and stuff. But yeah, so if we had played... Okay, I guess they're over it. Alright, welcome to the final round. This hand looks pretty good. We have the lands, we have Smashers. We don't have much to do early besides play Chalice. But Arid Mesa, if this is another burn matchup, Steam Vents. Okay, so this is just it's a good Chalice matchup. But it's another Murktide. We'll play the Temple. Just because we drew the other Temple. If we didn't draw the other Temple, we'd play a Tron land to try and spike the third Tron land. So they're gonna play Iteration here. Oh, Manamorphose. Manamorphose. Oh, is this like the Prowess? Yeah, turn 2 Chalice. Oh, fuck. They already have Stormwing out. That's annoying. Yeah, we're gonna have to race this pretty hard. Alright, because we didn't draw anything for the Temple, we'll play this out. Yeah, this is much better on the play here, but this will stop a lot of damage, but this also gets Prowess. But it will stop their future. Yeah, Blitz is annoying. Our deck should be pretty good to handle that. Okay, so they're just gonna start triggering Prowess. We're gonna need like a Dismember or Karn or something. But yeah, somebody at my store runs this deck. Alright, we're getting hit for 5 here. I guess only 5 because I don't know what they have. Oh, Dismember. Okay. Yeah, maybe we just smash. So 5, put them to 11. They fetch. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, they. Oh my god, I thought. Oh, I'm a piece of. Oh god, I suck. I thought we had Tron. I was playing like we had Tron. That's my fault. God. Okay. Well, now we hold up Dismember. We'll see if they fetch. They didn't fetch. Okay. It's fine. Soulscar Mage does nothing. All planned. This will end up doing more damage later anyway. So now we have a Smasher that can attack. So it's okay. All good. All good. They fetch. They fetch. Double fetch. Also, whatever they play, we can just all as dust. We're just gonna all as dust next turn to win anyway, right? I can't believe I messed that friggin' land up. Looks like they're flooding hard too. I guess, I don't know, man. I guess my brain turns off past 10 o'clock, which is like, actually it's 11 o'clock here, which is sad. Hardcast Stormwing. Yeah, they do run Spell Pierce main, but it looks like they tapped out. So good for us. They scry 1 top, 1 bottom. Do we all as dust and just win? I mean, we win no matter what. Like, we could... Oh, Chalice on 1. Yeah. Good game. So they're going to bring in Shattering Spree and Alpine Moon, most likely. So we definitely want Wilts. Relics are... Well, whatever. Dismembers we need for... These Bala Geds are just annoying as shit. I don't know. We definitely want 2 Wilts, that's for sure. Is that it? Like, Ugin's... I don't know. Ugin can kill a Stormwing. We definitely want all the early creatures. Maybe Ulamog's too slow. But they are running DRC, so, like, Relic could be something. This hand would be great on the play. On the draw, I don't really like it. Like, turn 2, Chalice. Turn 3. Depending on what they... I mean, it has triple removal. Plus Chalice. But it doesn't have any creatures or anything. Like, I kind of want to keep it because as Chalice has ways to get rid of Stormwing and any 1-mana creature. Let's try it. It has removal. Why not? This is like totally relying on them having a lot of creatures. But I mean, they're not going to keep a hand without creatures, so like turn 1 Soulscar Mage. Okay, DRC. Do we dismember this now? Bolt. What if they kept a 1-lander? Okay, they found a land. Another one. So we're gonna dismember. I guess we should have just dismembered because we're gonna be we should have just did that because we're gonna be playing Chalice on 1 next turn anyway, so we shouldn't have let them scry. So that was a mistake. We should have just thought out our play sooner. But again, they could have Shattering Spree or something. We have Warping Will for this, which is now a 3/3. Warping Will better than Chalice on 1. So we're gonna play this tapped. Kill this. We couldn't Warping Wail. We could have Warping Wailed or played Chalice on 1. I think I'd rather play Chalice on 1 there. So as long as they don't have like a Stormwing, they could like Metamorphosis into Stormwing. We're at 6. We did so much damage to ourselves, but a Braid. Damn, and they have the Stormwing. Yeah, okay. Play a Karn. Yeah, so they have a Braids for our artifacts, which is normal. We'll just get Bridge, and I mean, they can just swing in. We'll see what happens. Okay. Yeah, because if we're probably losing that anyway. All right, so maybe the hand wasn't the greatest. Thank you. Yep, I put myself on mute. Okay. Oh, okay. This makes our keep a lot better. So as I was saying before, this could be a greedy keep. If I was on G-Tron, I'd be a lot happier about this keep. But what are we getting with this? Are we getting Trinisphere with this? So take 2. We'll get Trinisphere and then like Blast Zone or something. We could get Worms in our sideboard also. So we can cycle. We can go get Blast Zone. Let's go get Blast Zone. Now, yeah, now we can get Blast Zone. Karn's gonna die though, which stinks. Could also get Ballista. Or Worm. Yeah, let's get just Trinisphere. This card's gonna die. As long as they don't play a land into a Braid. There's a land. So they could just abrade this. Or smashing or something. But luckily we have Blast Zone as a Blast Zone and a cycle. They had it. Jesus. Feels bad. And they can sack that to do 6, 7 if they want. At least Karn's eating 2 of that, 3 of that damage. Let's cycle first. Do we want to... I don't know if we want to do this now to get rid of Channeler so they can't scry. Yeah, we're definitely going to get Karn back with Bala Ged, but I definitely want to pop Blast Zone first. Let's just do this now. We could wait until and see if they play creatures, but okay, Stormwing. So the reason I didn't want to do combat step is because they could just get a Dragon's Rage Channeler like fodder. Definitely Dismember. Now, if we don't draw anything, we can Bala Ged Recovery, Karn back. Get back Karn. If we play Karn though, what are we doing? We could get Wormcoil. Let's could get Ballista. I think instead of playing Karn this turn, let's just play. Well, so we could play Sheep. Well, they didn't have a 1 draw. Yeah, they're only on 1 land, so we're definitely gonna. And even if they have a Braid for it, let's get Wormy Boy. I was also thinking if we played Shaper just for a for prowess, but this is good enough. They're gonna cycle this. Yep. So it looks like they're flooding out here, which is good for us. Nice. 3-2. Could we have done better? 100%. But yeah, let's talk about the deck. So what did we think about adding the green splash in colorless Eldrazi Tron? So in these leagues, we played a bunch of aggro decks. So Bala Ged Recovery didn't really come up much. Hilariously enough, it did come up in the last matchup, which was Blitz, which is a super fast matchup. And it obviously won us the game. Sylvan Scrying, I think we cast once. We didn't really see it. It's only a 2 of, so it's kind of whatever. But I think it's interesting to have. Boseiju, we didn't really get to utilize it either. The Forest was nice as a basic to go get, but overall with this league, we didn't really get to test out as much as I wanted to the green splash in this. All our wins were just if we were just playing the normal Eldrazi Tron colorless. If we were to play just like the normal version that I would play, I do like the 1 relic main. And then there's also a Basilisk Collar main and 2 Urza Saga minimum. That way we have like alternate game plans. We can make constructs. We have ways to go get our map, put Basilisk Collar on Ballista and just kind of machine gun anything down. And Relic, just because graveyard decks are so prevalent right now. As you saw, most of those matchups relied on their graveyard. Overall, I'd say try the deck. Obviously, we could have played better this league, but E-Tron felt fine. I guess better than I had actually thought. So I'd say give the deck a try. Maybe a change going forward. Reducing the amount of Bala Geds to maybe 2. And upping... maybe putting like a relic main. I think I like that. I did like keeping the Cavern of Souls as a 1-of to go fetch with map. It really helped against the counterspell deck. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace.